Welcome everybody to Friday Night Smackdown, as we are coming to you live in Cleveland, Ohio, as we are 3 weeks away from the Elimination Chamber. Of course, let's take a look at what the Blue Brand has to offer, as we are 3 weeks away from WWE's big show in Perth, Australia, in the Elimination Chamber. And of course, tonight, the WWE Champion Roman Reigns returns to Smackdown for the first time after successfully retaining his WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. As the question is, what does Roman Reigns have to say about his WrestleMania opponent that will be determined in the Elimination Chamber? And will there be anything planned for the OTC going into the Elimination Chamber? We'll find out as Roman Reigns returns to the Blue Brand later on tonight. And since we were talking about Drew McIntyre a couple of minutes ago, of course he is going to be in action, and that will begin tonight's SmackDown, as he is in a WWE Championship #1 Contenders Elimination Chamber qualifying match. But the question is, who is this mystery opponent going to be? As he's got to get through that mystery opponent in order to get to the Elimination Chamber. As who is this mystery opponent going to be? And who will qualify for the Elimination Chamber? We'll find out as this match will kickstart SmackDown here in Cleveland, Ohio, here tonight. But we are going to begin tonight's show with an Elimination Chamber qualifying match between Drew McIntyre and a mystery opponent. Of course, Drew McIntyre wants another shot at Roman Reigns' WWE Championship after Roman Reigns got the better out of Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. And of course, Drew McIntyre, we don't know what he's going to be doing yet going into WrestleMania, considering he lost to Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. I mean, if he can... Well, because he's got to qualify for the chamber. And because he's got to beat his opponent tonight. And he's got to get through the chamber. Which of course, and because this is the last spot for the men's Elimination Chamber match. Considering AJ Styles, CM Punk qualified on the Raw after the Rumble. Then last week, Seth Rollins and Oba Femi qualified. And then, of course, this past Monday night on Raw, Kevin Owens qualified by beating Shawn Spears. Now, can Drew McIntyre do the same thing? Well, of course, it all depends who he has to wrestle. And his opponent tonight is Johnny Gargano. Of course, Johnny Gargano, who was a part of the Royal Rumble match, and is pretty much now back to his old roots, considering his tag team pal, Tommaso Ciampa, is pretty much all but finished for the WWE. As you can tell, he's back to Johnny Takeover, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Takeover self vibe. And of course, Johnny Gargano is looking to find himself a spot on SmackDown, considering as a singles guy, he was able to do some stuff. Of course, he was able to win the Universal Championship, even though it went on too short. Because it was back at the 2K25 Clash of Champions event, when he wrestled Seth Rollins in a submission match, which was a rematch from SummerSlam. Then Johnny Gargano won the title, and then he lost it to Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson. Then in 2K22, he would win the United States Championship I believe he won it at SummerSlam, and then he lost it to Jon Moxley at the Day 1 event. And then of course he would have, and then when he was put on the SmackDown brand in 2023, in 2K23, he would have a brief feud with Austin Theory for the Intercontinental Championship. And then of course, he then would do some tag team stuff with Tommaso Ciampa. And now here he is, trying to earn a spot in the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. Johnny Gargano, because and of course, could you imagine a Johnny Gargano underdog story of him trying to go to WrestleMania and him trying to take down the OTC Roman Reigns? And of course, do keep in mind there will be the women's qualification match later on tonight with Bayley and Candice LeRae. Well, that was a terrible moonsault. Johnny Gargano. They're bringing it all to Drew McIntyre. Super kick by Johnny Gargano. Drew McIntyre with the reversal there. Another super kick. Johnny Gargano. Uh-oh. Come on, Walker Point. Has what could be on Johnny Gargano's mind here as because he's trying to qualify for the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. Johnny Gargano, he had something in mind. Super kick by Johnny Gargano. Uh-oh! Drew McIntyre! Reversal there by Johnny Gargano. Super kick connects. Uh-oh. Johnny Gargano. Reversal to Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre. Glass more kiss connect. This is not looking good for Johnny Gargano. Uh-oh. Johnny Gargano's back to his feet. Global kick out of nowhere. Hold on. Drew McIntyre's changing his mind. He's a uh-oh, Johnny Gargano. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good for Drew McIntyre. The crossface maneuver has been applied. And Drew McIntyre taps out as Johnny Gargano joins Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Obafemi, AJ Styles, and Kevin Owens in the Elimination Chamber match. So therefore, the men's field of the men's Elimination Chamber match has been sorted as Johnny Gargano is now heading to the chamber. And of course, things are not looking good for Drew McIntyre after that loss. As Johnny Gargano is now looking to get back into the main event scene. And of course, a win against Drew McIntyre does that. Can Johnny Wrestling look to challenge the OTC at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship? We'll have to wait as Johnny Gargano gets the win here tonight on Smackdown. You guys want an explanation and a reason about why did I kick Jacob Fatu out of the Bloodline last week? Truth is simple. Jacob Fatu has let us all down in every sense of the word. First, he lost his US title to Ricky Sainz at Saturday Night Main Event. Then, he had a shit performance in the Royal Rumble. And then he let us all down last week when he lost in his Elimination Chamber qualifier. And I mean, it's sad to see how you look at Jacob Fatu, Amanda, and quite frankly, when he came to WWE last year, Jacob Fatu, he was outshining me, meaning I was a complete distance afterthought, at best, when Jacob Fatu came onto the scene. And then, of course, Jacob Fatu was able to win the US title, while I was struggling to win a championship, whether it would be the United States Championship, even though I was on Raw, and that was when he was doing whatever he was doing back then. But I was on the Monday Night Raw brand, fighting Samoa Joe, who's the US champion at the time. And of course, me getting a shot against Claudia's US title. And then, of course, I went to Smackdown. Then, of course, I would, of course, help The Rock to rebrand the Bloodline. Of course, with Jacob Fatu and the Tongas being our members of the Bloodline. And then, of course, I would still be in championship hunts. And that would be the Intercontinental Championship when Reigns and Rock was having their War Games debacle. And now we fast forward to this series when Jacob Fatu won the US title at SummerSlam. And then I pretty much became an afterthought. And I'm not letting that be the case anymore. Jacob, I hope you're listening because you deserved all of this, to be honest with you. So of course Solo Sikoa is giving us an explanation with why did he kick Jacob Fatu out of the Bloodline following his loss to Obafemi last week. Well, I mean, Solo of course is giving us a reason why did Jacob Fatu get kicked out of the Bloodline. Well, I mean, of course, we can all say that Jacob, of course, had the group on its side, and I mean, he outshined him ever since he entered the WWE ring last year. And of course, we are now getting ready for one-on-one action as Nick into Alliance. Of course, the number one contender for the Women's United States Championship. And of course, we have been confirmed that her match with Alba Fire will take place at the Elimination Chamber event. And of course, her opponent tonight is Jada Parker, who has not won a match since her WWE debut. That's who you got winning. Jada Parker. Reversal there. As Jada Parker. Reversal there. Nick into our lines. Going to the middle rope. Reversal there. Oh, reversal there by Jada Parker. Jada Parker. Oh, what drop there. Uh-oh, there's another dead roll for Jada Parker. Here we go. Kick out. Uh-oh! Jada Parker reverses! Gonna go for the pin. Kick out. As what could Jada Parker be thinking about doing to Nick to Alliance? As Jada Parker. Uh-oh! They get to Alliance reverses. And this could be it. No, she kicks out. Uh-oh! Jada Parker trying to get back on track here. Uh-oh! Jada Parker going for the pin. Kick out! And Nick into the line gets the win. Good match between both ladies as we all thought Jada Parker was going to win. But of course, Nick Alliance gets the victory. And of course, could we be looking at her as the next Women's United States Champion? Only time can tell. The next time we're going to be on PLE on YouTube will be on January 31st, which is the Elimination Chamber event, the final PLE of WWE 2K25. As of course we are getting geared up for a new era in WWE 2K26, which is coming up in March. And of course you do not want to miss the Elimination Chamber that comes your way on January 31st on YouTube. As we're back here on Smackdown, as it is now time for a Women's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. As of course, Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax, Lyra Valkyria. What does both these ladies have in common? They are of course in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. And of course, now we have a qualifying match going on between Bayley versus Candice LeRae. And of course, the winner of this match will join those three aforementioned women in the Women's Elimination Chamber match at the Elimination Chamber event. And of course, Bayley's 2025 didn't go well for her. And of course, this news has not been favor to the former Women's World Champion, Bayley, who of course beat Ronda Rousey back at Clash at the Castle 2023 in 2K23, and then she would hold the title until she was cashed in on by Asuka at SummerSlam. And then everything fell apart since then. And yes, she may have been in matches against Rhea Ripley and other ladies, but it's been a non-factor here on Monday Night Raw, or I mean on Friday Night SmackDown. Up next, we've got Candice LeRae. Of course, things has not been good for Candice LeRae. Of course, she tried contending for the Women's US title, but things didn't go her way. And of course, Candice LeRae hasn't really been given a lot of opportunities this series. Could things change in the new season? Only time can tell. Well, without moving away, let's get into this Women's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Crowd is chanting, let's go Candice. Of course, Sikoa did give us an explanation earlier tonight as, of course, still to come here, we have a tag team #1 contenders match between the Lucha Bros and the New Catch Republic to determine who will the White Six be facing in Perth, Australia. And then, of course, we have Roman Reigns returning after a Royal Rumble title defense against Drew McIntyre. A lot of things going down on the Elimination Chamber. And of course, we don't know what's going on with Roman Reigns yet going into the Elimination Chamber. One thing we do know is, of course, belly to belly hug tonight. German suplex there by Bailey. Here we go. Rose Punch connects. Bailey to advance to the women's chamber. No! And Bailey wins as Bailey joins Rhea Ripley, live with Valkyria, and Nia Jax in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Meaning we have 2 more spots left to go, as who's going to take the last 2 spots? We'll have to wait. As this was a good match between both ladies. As Bailey pretty much dominated the entire match, and because of that she's now going to the Elimination Chamber. As Bailey gets the win here tonight on Smackdown. As we're back live here on Smackdown as we get ready for a tag team #1 contenders match between the Lucha Bros versus the New Catch Republic. And there goes the Lucha Bros. Of course, it's looking. They get a shot at the white six. Of course, if they gotta do that, they gotta get the win here. And of course, the opponent tonight, the New Catch Republic. And of course, who do you got winning? Let's get into this match here. Match begins as Penta starting us off against Pete Dunne. Super kick there by Penta. As what could Penta do? This is the course, and of course, Pete Dunne reverses. As he gets Tyler Bate off the apron. No hot tag. Has Pete Dunne bring it to Penta while Ray Phoenix is going at it at ringside. Kick out. And oh boy, the gloves are off. Uh-oh, this could be it for Pete Dunne. kick out. Uh-oh. Here we go. Another kick out for the New Catch Republic. As Penta going after Tyler Bate. Penta heading back to the ring. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good for Pete Dunne. And the Lucha Bros gets the win as they're heading to Perth, Australia to challenge the White Six for the WWE Tag Team Champions. Very good match here tonight. As you can see, the Lucha Bros has done it. They are, of course, now heading to the Elimination Chamber to challenge the White Six for the Tag Team titles. As we'll receive new champions, and the Lucha Bros will have to wait and see come January 31st in Perth, Australia, as the Lucha Bros wins a good tag team match here on Smackdown tonight. As you can see, coming up next here on Smackdown, the WWE Champion Roman Reigns will return for the first time after successfully retaining against Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. Where does the WWE Champion Roman Reigns going into WrestleMania? We'll find out up next here on Smackdown.
If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and then turn your notification bell on so you don't miss any content provided by on.
As of course, we have a rundown for next week's SmackDown, as we got a big main event coming up next week, as it will be the 3 participants representing SmackDown in the Elimination Chamber match, as Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, and Oba Femi will battle it out. However, the winner of the triple threat match will start off with the winner of the triple threat match we got coming up this coming Monday on Raw with AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and CM Punk in the Elimination Chamber match. Who will start off with the winner of the Raw's triple threat match in the Elimination Chamber match at Elimination Chamber? We'll find out next week here on SmackDown. As we're back here on SmackDown, as Roman Reigns is making his first appearance since his successful title defense against Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. And of course, what does the OTC have in mind going into WrestleMania, considering his next challenger will be revealed in the Elimination Chamber? As you can see, Roman Reigns, of course, still the WWE Champion after going through Damian Priest at the Royal Rumble. Going through Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble, sorry. And of course, what could be on Roman's mind going into WrestleMania, considering we have the Chamber coming up? And of course, the question is, who will he be facing at WrestleMania? Because we have the men's elimination chamber field. Will it be him winning it back with CM Punk, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, or Seth Rollins? Because, or maybe someone new like a Johnny Gargano or Obafemi. Because Reigns has history with all four men. Of course, Reigns had a feud with Punk that of course started with CM Punk's return at SummerSlam, which would end in a Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood in 2K24. Reigns and Styles, their history has been well known. And of course, they wrestled a lot of times in 2K20. From SummerSlam, from their match at SummerSlam 2021 to their match at the 2024. I mean, to the 2022 Royal Rumble event in Universe mode. But of course, these two would wrestle a bunch of times when they were on Smackdown last year. Kevin Owens, Roman, and Owens. Of course, they had a brief feud in late 2021. When of course it was for the WWE Championship when Reigns got the best out of Kevin Owens. And it all started with the attack back at Clash of Champions. Then of course, Reigns and Rollins, I mean, they have history, whether that was in the Days of the Shield or their unification match in 2019 at the 2K19 WrestleMania event. And guys, I don't think Reigns has ever shared the ring with Obafemi or Johnny Gargano yet. But of course, it all depends who Reigns gets based on what's going on with the Elimination Chamber. There goes the Intel. The OTC. Still the WWE champion. And of course, will he be walking into WrestleMania as champion? We're about to find out. But it all depends what goes down with him going into the Puff Australia show. So without further delay, let's see what Roman Reigns has to say. So people right now are asking me, where does the OTC go from here? After a successful title defense against Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. Well, I mean, of course, WrestleMania is coming up, and my next challenger, apparently, is going to be revealed in the Elimination Chamber for WrestleMania. And of course, you got guys in the chamber match that I do have history with, outside of two, which we will talk about. As of course, Kevin Owens, I feuded with him in late 2021 for the WWE Championship. In 2020, and then AJ Styles, I mean, it's documented. I've had a lot of history with AJ Styles when we were battling it out for the WWE Championship in 2021 and 2022. CM Punk, of course, we had the feud of the year in 2024, where it led to, of course, the return of CM Punk at SummerSlam, and then the Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood. Then, of course, Seth Rollins, I mean, it's very documented, pretty much a lot documented in AJ Styles. Then, of course, we have history when we were in the Shield, when we had the unification match, with Seth's Universal Championship versus my WWE title were on the line in the main event of the 2K19 WrestleMania event in 2019 when I won. And then of course, some encounters we've had when Seth was on Smackdown and when we were on Smackdown in 2023. Obafemi and Johnny Gargano, I don't really have that much history with. So of course, those are the guys who are in the Elimination Chamber match. Now of course, I've also made a statement that, of course, I will be looking to defend the championship at Elimination Chamber. Because whoever steps up to the OTC is not walking into WrestleMania as the WWE champion. Wait! Randy Orton's here! RKO connects! You might have gotten the best out of me at Bad Blood, but you and me, part 2, in Perth, Australia, at the Elimination Chamber. So it seems that Randy Orton is challenging Roman Reigns to a rematch at the Elimination Chamber. As will Orton get it? I'll have to wait and see. As ladies and gentlemen, good night everybody, as Randy Orton just laid waste to Roman Reigns.